Hi guys, Mama Deb here. Today I am fresh off a vacation in Cabo with my friends from college, which has made me decide to make chicken mole and beans. Let's try it. Okay, so in this pot here I've been sauteing just some onions and garlic and poblano peppers, and I did throw in jalapeno because I like to roll that way. And now I'm going to put in some beans that I've been soaking. These are temporary beans. I don't know. They're a bean that I found with some friends at kind of a Indian area down in Tucson. And they were dried, so I have soaked them overnight. Now, I've had these for a while. You can really have them as long as you want. Some people have had them for 2 years. Not going to name any names who've had them maybe 2 years, maybe not. I haven't. So I'm going to put the beans in with the onions, garlic, and the poblano and the jalapeno. I am going to add a big thing of chicken broth. Now I don't know if this will be enough chicken broth or not. I'm really not sure how much to put in with beans. I think I'm gonna put, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe put a little bit more. But also they say in here we're gonna add bay leaves. I'm gonna put 2 bay leaves in here. A little bit of cumin, just a little bit, because I am making a mole and we don't want things to overpower the mole. I'm gonna put a little bit more chicken broth in. I don't know. Again, I've never made these. As you can tell, this isn't really a science with me. Looks good. We'll see. Now I'm going to put these on in the slow cooker, because this thing is a slow cooker as well as a sauteer. I love my little ninja guy. I'm going to put him in here for 3 to 4 hours on high. And they say after 3 hours, I'm going to give it a check, and I'm going to see whether or not how they taste, because they said, you know, check them after 3 hours. So I'm going to check them after 3 hours, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hi guys. Okay, so I've been making recipes that are pretty easy, few ingredients, you know, quick to whip up. This is not one of those recipes. This is the goodie bag of things that I have to put into this mole, which I've never made before, but I kind of became obsessed with doing it. It's all because of this chocolate. This is a Mexican chocolate, and apparently you need to make a good mole. So while I was in Mexico, I was on the hunt for the chocolate, which I did find. It's supposed to be shaped like this in order to be the one you really want. I got a whole chicken for that, and my reasoning for is back in the day when people were making mole, they weren't going to the store and getting like, oh, I'd like a pack of thighs, or I'd like a pack of legs, whatever. I decided to go with the whole chicken to try to make it as most authentic as I possibly can. Do what you want to. This was just me. Here's the ingredients though. I want to show them to you. Lots of peppers. I got Pasilla chilies. I've got these, whatever. I am gonna trash these chili names. Guajillo, I know that's not it. Chipotle, I can say that. Ancho chilies, got this. Those are all dried. Then they wanted here some dried anise seeds. Got those. Dried cumin seeds. Dried coriander seeds. Some Mexican oregano. All of that stuff I found at the grocery stores local here. If you go to a Mexican section, they're going to have all the dried spices and peppers and all that. You can probably find them locally wherever you are. Also included almonds, cinnamon, marjoram. This was hard to find. I did find it, but marjoram, I'm not even sure what that is. Dried pumpkin seeds, cloves, tomato paste, raisins, thyme, onion, and of course, olive oil. Go Seahawks. Let's get started. All right, so I cut my chicken in half, because just why not? Now I'm supposed to put it in this pan with some oil and sear it. Ooh. We're gonna sear those, both of the halves. Couple of minutes to get them nice and brown. This is not really to cook them, it's just to sear them. Ooh, listen to the crackle. Oil is hot. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the chicken's been seared. Now I'm gonna put, whoops, my rest of that chicken broth. It says 3 cups. I had used, that extra broth in the beans. So this is a 32-ounce thing of chicken. Let's hope it's about 3 cups. We'll see. If you want to be exact, measure 3 cups. Another thing that I did not mention in my ingredients, I totally forgot about, was orange juice. Orange juice. You're supposed to put about 3 cups. Ugh. Oh my God, of orange juice in here. Let's see, that's about 3 cups. Sure, about 3 cups. You can measure if you want to. And then the chicken that I had just seared, I'm gonna take that, pop it back into this pot. I also seared the backbone that I had sliced off and the neck bone because, you know, everybody's like, bone broth, it's so delicious. So I'm gonna put this in here. They say along with the juices from the chicken in the pot. Gonna bring this to a boil. And then once it's, hang on, I need a napkin. Once it's done, it gets boiling, I'm gonna put a lid on it, put it on a simmer and let it cook for about 30 minutes so the chicken actually cooks through. Okay, so the chicken is now cooked. It is sitting in a bowl. The juices with the chicken broth and the orange are over here. And I have just been sauteing an onion, 2 medium onions, they say. And you want to do it till they get caramelized. I did do it a little earlier because I prepped everything, putting all of my ingredients in the bowls because this is going to go pretty fast. So I'm reheating the onions, and I'm going to tell you what's in this stuff. This stuff I did kind of measure because, you know, I've never made it before. So with my onions, I am going to add pumpkin seeds, which was a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds, a 1/2 cup of sliced almonds, 8 cloves of garlic. I forgot to tell you that there was garlic in there as well. 4 teaspoons of cumin seeds, 4 teaspoons of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of whole anise seeds, and 4 whole cloves. So once this now is reheating, I put this all into a bowl, and I'm just gonna put it all in here, and we're gonna cook it just for a few minutes. Now, the next step as I'm cooking this was the peppers. Now the peppers were a little bit kind of a guess because they all said, you know, an ounce. It's supposed to be an ounce of pastillas. Oh, 5 ounces. Oh no, hold on. I need more pastillas. Me again. So the recipe calls for 5 ounces of dried pastillas, 1 ounce of dried ancho chilies, 1 ounce of dried chipotle chilies with the stems removed and seeded if you want. Now the issue that I have is these peppers that I bought didn't have the ounces on it. So I kind of guessed. I did leave the seeds in. They said cut them in about 1-inch pieces, rinse them. So these are now rinsed and ready to go. In the meantime, I have my garlic. I did remove it so I could add my ounces and chop my chilies. This here is the garlic and, you know, the pumpkin seeds and all the spices. Supposed to just cook for a couple of minutes, saute 1 to 2 minutes until garlic becomes fragrant. Yep, garlic smells fragrant. And now what I am going to do is add the dried chilies, and we're gonna saute these for about 2 to 3 minutes. in here till they soften. All right, this is actually looking really good. Smells delicious. It's got all those kind of, you can smell the chipotles. They're smoky, the garlic. Oh, I could like just stick my face in it, but that's not what I'm gonna do. Next step, taking the broth, they say carefully pour this orange juice chicken broth that I cooked the chicken in into the pot. Carefully, they don't know me. This could be dangerous. Whoa. Oh, that worked out well. Okay, everything is now in this pot. And then the next group of things that we're putting in, that we're gonna add into this is 1 cinnamon stick, 2 bay leaves, a half a cup of raisins, a teaspoon of marjoram, a teaspoon of dried thyme, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. That's all in this bowl. We're just gonna put that all right in here. Stir it. Now I'm gonna bring this to a light boil, and then I'm gonna cover it and reduce it to a simmer, and they said cover about 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll go do that. I'll be back. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I did leave it on 40 minutes. I don't know why, I just decided to. It smells delicious. It's got all of these peppers and, oh my gosh, spices. It smells so good. So now we have to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, they said. Let's see, that's about 2 tablespoons. That looks like about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to let this cook now for about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. Now the last thing to do on the recipe is add 3.1 ounces of chocolate. And I wondered why 3.1 ounces? Well, I know why. Because these little packets of chocolate that come in the Mexican chocolate are 3.1 ounces. So remove this from the heat. We're gonna plop this chocolate in, which is what I hunted for. This is what started it, people. I'm dropping the chocolate in. I'm gonna remove it from the heat, let it sit there for 10 minutes, and on to the next step. Okay guys, final step. I've removed the bay leaf and the cinnamon, or the bay leaves and the cinnamon stick, and they say to put this into a blender. I don't have a blender, so I'm using a food processor, and blend it up until creamy. They also said do it in batches. I cannot even express to you how good this smells. I don't know if you see the color of it. It is a gorgeous deep dark red. I'm gonna just batch this up, whip it up, and pour it on top of the chicken. This is taking a bit longer than I expected, because you want to grind all those little bits up so you get something creamy and not with little dried chili bits in it. So have a little patience with this. I'm trying. Thought you were done? Not quite, but so did I. But we have one more thing, well, 2 more things to do. Now we're gonna strain. We're gonna strain this stuff through a fine strainer. And look how thick this is. So this may take a while. And the reason we are doing that, oh, maybe this isn't the strainer. Oh, could be. It's gonna take me a while. Is to get the little bits of nuts and peppers out. This is gonna give this sauce a much creamier texture. And then when we're done, we're gonna simmer it again for like 20 minutes. So I'll be back. Okay, I've strained it. Now I could have left all of this in. This is like the nuts and the seeds and the chili pepper skins and things that didn't grind up. If you have a blender, it would have ground up a little bit better than a food processor. but still, you'll probably still have it. They say if you leave all that in, it's a rustic version, which is fine. But I wanted the nice, creamy version of a mole. So I did that extra step to get all that pieces out. It wasn't really that difficult. It was just putting it in a strainer and smashing a wooden spoon through it to get all the good chocolatey, lovely goodness in. So now I'm gonna simmer this for another 15 minutes low, then it's done. Okay, while this is kind of simmering, now that this is like a thick sauce and it also has the chocolate in it, I don't want it to get, you know, after all of this, I don't want it to get burned on the bottom. So I'm sitting here just kind of stirring it a little bit, but I can't wait any longer. I put a piece of that chicken on a spoon. I'm gonna dump some of this mole sauce on top because it's really done. Now it's just, you know, getting just a little added stuff. Let's try it. Really good. Really, really good. Oh my God. Seriously, if you like mole, and if you have the time to do this, make it from scratch. I'm really glad that I strained it. It is a smooth and creamy. It has all of these delicious flavors. This one does have a little kick. Well, you know, I think it's a little kick, probably a kick. If you don't like spicy things, certainly, you know, remove the seeds or use a, you know, maybe not so many peppers, but it's not burn your mouth and run crazy stuff, but it does have a nice heat to it. Really good. I'll plate this up later on tonight and with the beans when they're done, and we'll see what it all looks like. Yum. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Sorry, cat's here knocking the camera. So, I have the mole, I have the beans that I made, some sweet potato over here, roasted, and then they suggested doing a little salad with cabbage, and I had some extra vegetables, but it's got a lime vinaigrette on it that I made. And I didn't want the rice because I'm kind of riced out, but let's go give this a shot. It's amazing. It's really good. I know this one was taking a little time, but if you have the time to try this and get your hands on that Mexican chocolate, do it. Worth it. Have a good one, guys.